What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. And today is the first episode of what I am going to be calling the good, the bad, and the ugly. And basically, it's going to cover weapons that you don't normally see players using unless they have no choice. They couldn't find anything else or find anything they like that's better to them. So today's episode, the first episode you're going to watch, is about my personal favorite gun, and that's the Maddox. The Maddox, to me, is probably the more universal weapon in the game. I mean, it's a hybrid gun. It's got SMG qualities. It's got AR qualities, but it lacks in certain areas, which is what I'm going to go over in this video. So I'm going to start with the good stuff first. So the good stuff, going back to that little compliment about the gun, is that you can virtually use it in any situation. AR situation or SMG situation. That's what's nice about it. It has a very high fire rate. It's one of the fastest fire rate ARs in the game, and it definitely helps in a pinch when it comes to a mid-range to close-range engagement. But I technically like to back it up, or I like to back up my my ARs and all that stuff. This is the only one I would use a backup, like a sniper rifle or a backup an auger, DMR, the SDM, you name it. Definitely with those guns you can reach out and you can definitely engage people at long ranges. And then when it comes to a tighter gunfight, that's where my Maddox comes into play, and I can be more competitive as far as mid-range and close range. Going to the bad, one of the bad things about the Maddox is its damage output. Its maximum damage is one of the weakest ARs in the game, and it's on par with one SMG, which is the Demon, whatever way you want to say that, doing the same amount of damage, maximum damage up close, and it only outdoes the Spitfire in its damage rate by about 2 hit points, if you want to call it that, 2 damage points. Spitfire doing 25 damage per shot, as opposed to the 27 damage. And definitely when it comes to its damage, it's bad. It needs help. Sometimes I feel like I'm shooting marshmallows at people. Other times it feels like I'm melting people, but it tends to be because they don't have armor, or they have a level 1 armor, so it's kind of weak and it's not absorbing most of the bullet damage. But this gun needs help. It really does. With your guys' help out there, if you guys enjoy this video and if you like it, go ahead and hit the like button. I want to get this video out there and get Treyarch's attention to maybe think about some of the ideas that I have on making the gun just a little bit better. I can always tell when I come across a true multiplayer opponent in Blackout is because I find a Maddox in their bag. Like in their death stash, they have a Maddox, because the Maddox is beast in multiplayer. It's a really good gun, and it's very, very competitive in that one. And no matter what nerfs they give it, it's still gonna be a really good gun to use. So I can always tell the multiplayer guys in Blackout, and oh yeah, the Maddox is here, I'm gonna melt people. But when they use it, and it's like, what the hell? Like why am I not dropping these people with the amount of fire rate that I have? And that's because of its damage. It needs help. And let's go to the ugly. The ugly for this gun, in my personal opinion, is that you cannot put a grip or a laser sight on the gun, and its iron sights are horrendous. Like, I understand about balancing, weapons and making the game a little fair. Okay, fine, you want to do that, that's great. But at least for this gun, at least let me put a laser sight on it. Let me get a little tighter hip fire spread, so when I jump corners and turn corners on guys, I can at least get more than one shot in on the guy before I ADS and, be a little more effective with my accuracy. It's ugly. The ADS time in this gun is absolutely horrendous. And then when it came to their buff, I believe the buff came out for the Grand Heist DLC. They buffed its idle sway. Now this raised an eyebrow on my part. Like I just like, why would you buff the idle sway of this gun when idle sway doesn't really matter anything at all? Like it doesn't help this gun at all. This gun does not. It's like, oh my god, I can't aim. I can't look at someone and aim and you know, because it's swaying all over the place. Like that is, to me, that update, that buff for this gun made no sense. No sense. When I heard that, oh, Treyarch buffed the Maddox before I saw the patch notes, I was just like, oh, hell yeah. You know, they finally fixed this gun. They made it probably a little better. Oh, they buffed it out of sway. Well, gee, that's a big slap in the face, you know? So definitely wasn't really needed. I mean, it's not a sniper rifle. You know, it's not a DMR. It's not a tactical rifle. You're not going to worry about idle sway with this gun. So going to the couple ideas that I have that would probably make the gun a little bit better, you know, like I would say the damage. If they're not going to let you put a grip or a laser sight on the gun, buff the damage a little bit. Let it be a little more competitive with the SMGs. Make it 28 damage. Make it 29 damage if you want to. You know, if it's too much, reduce it. But 27 damage is just, like I said, it's like, it feels like you're shooting marshmallows at people. And I can't tell you how many times I've lost a gunfight with a squad because I took so much damage from the first guy that I get an engagement with. I have no cover, whatever, and I have to heal and I can't get into the fight because that guy did more damage to me because I'm shooting marshmallows at him, you know? And so that's one of the things that I feel like, at least buff the damage. If you're not going to let us use a grip or a laser sight, buff the damage. And if the other idea is at least a laser sight. If a grip might be a little too OP and you keep it the same damage rate at 27, then let us use a laser sight. You know, let me pre-fire around a corner and put some damage on a dude. You know, so it needs some help. So with your guys' help, please, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Let's get this video out there to Treyarch. Let's see if they can do something about the Maddox. Let's make it great again. Let's make it fun. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't already. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be producing more later on, and I'll catch you guys then.
Check fire.